There we go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another session on a Friday, HikLeague. If you don't know who I am, my name is Evan. I'm with Hikvision South Africa. I am the product specialist as well as the certified trainer. So thank you very much. Today, we're going to focus a little bit something different. And I would like to share. Let me just say my request for the sharing. I didn't know that I had to request. Sorry. My apologies on that one. Let's see if I can share now. There we go. And share. AOV. So yes, it's that time again. So are always on video cameras. So they are fairly new. A lot of people are not familiar with them. However, we would normally advertise as cable free. We've also added it into our solo view section. So for solo view, if you're not familiar with that, it's very similar to our talk view and all the other views that we have with Hikvision. So it's different views. However, there are some changes that we've made and would like to introduce with you. But first, I want to give you a little bit of background in it. So very simple for all the people that's online and the people that's here. Thank you very much for that. So obviously, when it comes to cameras, when it was born regarding surveillance, most of the guys were focusing on wired. So we know, obviously, with wires, you need your cables, your network cables, and etc. like that, or your normal analog cables. So it makes it kind of a little bit tricky. So in normal situations, most people went over to Wi-Fi cameras. However, Wi-Fi cameras still needs to have a power source to be able to power it up. So it makes it a bit difficult. However, as we are mentioning these features, please take note that these features still exist, like normal IP cameras, normal analog cameras, and normal Wi-Fi cameras, but each one in its own different area. However, if the area is maybe remote, like a farm or maybe a construction site, or maybe just off the grid housing or whatever the case might be, maybe it's a construction site. Maybe they're still busy working. This is where we don't have power already. We don't have internet there maybe. We don't have LAN because we can't run cables. But we can use 4G to our capability. So that makes it a lot easier. We've had this before, previously. However, we had our previous generation one on our normal solar cameras. With these little models, they were fun. However, the people got confused with the antennas, thought it was Wi-Fi. It wasn't Wi-Fi, it was just GSM3 and GSM4. However, it had a built-in PIR built into it. And if anybody wanted to know, the mouse is pink. Yes, it's what we call unicorn fluffy pink. Because apparently I'm not fat, I'm fluffy. Okay, according to my daughter. Moving forward, however, so that gives us the first generation. Then if we go to the second generation, in the second generation, we added PIR and radar, giving us a bit more freedom when it comes to making sure that we detect. However, with the new models, we made it a lot easier. We added a different mode for you. So that mode is AOV. That mode is obviously in the new generation of camera, giving you 24-hour recording, longevity itself, easy playback, and always on when it needs to. So sometimes people don't understand how that works, and I'm hoping that our next demonstration picture will give you a good indicator as to how that actually works. So if we look at the bottom section of PIR, this is how it normally gets installed. So I'm going to use a camera as an example for the guys online. Hope that you can see it. If the camera is looking towards you, if you walk across it, it triggers on the PIR to say that you are there, and it wakes up, but then you walk past it, and now you're out of the view, and then it takes a picture, which means you didn't see anything. But the camera did, but it was too late for it to wake up and then give you that information. So that's a bit of a tricky side of it. I hope everybody maybe understands that part of it. However, with the AOV, it takes one frame every 2 seconds. So it takes little snapshots every 2 seconds to not waste a lot of resources. Then it's almost like, you know, when you sleep with one eye open, you know, it's the same. Maybe some people don't understand. When I was a kid and we had sweets and my siblings, I would sleep with one eye open because I was scared they're going to eat my sweets. Eh? And when you get older, then you sleep with one eye open because you're scared maybe your girlfriend's going to touch your phone. Isn't it? Right? So it means it stays a little bit dormant But as soon as there's a movement of a human or vehicle, it starts recording with 15 frames per second every second, right? So that makes it a lot better. So we'll show you a little video of how that works. Right, I hope everybody gets that terminology a little bit. So the differences, however, between the previous 4G and our newer 4G units is obviously we have now 24-hour recording, so you don't lose your video footage. The quality is good on it. We've also got motion detection 2.0 on both applications. However, the sensor is now AI and no longer just PIR. The distance of detection is 15 meters instead of the normal 8 meters. Auto tracking is also built in, not in all the models, only one of the models. So we'll show and highlight that as well. Then you have obviously your smart hybrid side. You have your two-way audio, meaning that you can talk from your phone to the camera and vice versa. I'll highlight that as well. An 8-watt solar panel, as well as a 5-meter USB Type-C cable that comes with it. So giving you a little bit of freedom when it comes to the installation side. So how does it work? Very simple. As I mentioned, you have your mobile phone on HikConnect. There's your HikConnect phone. You obviously scan it, you enroll it. Once you enroll it, you have communication with it from two-way audio to your photos, to your video playback history, your alarms that you set up. If there is a motion or something, it will record it and then send it to your phone. So very easy to make use of. Just to highlight to you how that looks like, I've got a little video I would like to play to you guys just to show you how that works. I did fix my player. I did not fix this video's player. My apologies for that. There were some changes that were made in the PPT, and I think that affected something. Give me a second. Let me see if I can fix that problem. If I can remember correctly what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah. My apologies for that technical difficulty. Let's see if I can quickly fix that. Display graphics, display, yeah, apply, and then go back to it, and then try and play now. Nope, still not. Okay, let's see if I can change the image. My apologies for my PowerPoint not doing that. I did fix it yesterday, and I think when I updated to the new version today, it obviously did something. So my apologies, we're going to do it this way. It should work. There we go. Let's play the video. Hopefully everybody can see online. Let me just double check on that one. It should still be sharing. Let's go there and check the sharing. It's still the same sharing. Okay, let's see. It should play now. No, it hates me today. Okay, good enough. It beated me today. So, okay, so my PowerPoint doesn't want to play the video. My apologies for that inconvenience. Maybe if I do this, maybe we have the feature now to play. Let's see. Nope, that's the wrong page. And let's see if I can add it back in. Technical difficulties, real life does happen. Okay, so it doesn't want to. Let's go by the slide itself. My apologies. I'm going to open the slide this way. I want to show the video, hoping that everybody can see it online as well. So there we go. This is the video showcasing it during the late hours, just to show you how that camera looks like at the nighttime. The battery is fully charged. Everything is working very well. So I'm going to go back to my normal presentation. My apologies for that. If we come to another video, we're going to probably do the same thing. It happens. There's nothing I can do about that. Okay. I did test it beforehand, so yeah, it was working. So I don't know, just doesn't like me. Moving forward. So just as a solution, as I mentioned, please take note that other solutions like your normal analog cameras, IP cameras, your normal solar cameras, and then you have AOV. AOV doesn't cover all those grounds. However, AOV is for specific environment that it's required, where you don't have electricity and etc. So please do not ignore the other products. They're still very valid for specific reasons, and this is just for different application. Showing you how that application works. Now we have another video. Okay. I really want to showcase this video. Okay, let's try this. It is what it is. These things happen. Let's put it in there. Let's go to it. Okay. This is the video. Maybe I should make it a little bit bigger. Now you can see in this video, when it plays, look at the time and then what it's running on when it comes to somebody walking there. So if no human is there, it goes very fast. I'm going to play it again. So it goes very fast, and then all of a sudden there's a person, it slows down and gives you that footage. So meaning it's saving recording power. So it's almost like it's fast forwarding itself, but actually it's just stopping the video. It's because nothing happens. Your alarm is only for a human or vehicle. If you're saying, yes, but I also want to see when there is one bird there in the bush and another bird, and that one bird is humping the other bird, we don't want to see that. It's pointless. Okay, so leave the birds alone. Okay. Moving forward. Let's go back again. Can I just click on it? Yeah, and go big. Let's see. Can I? Looks like it. It worked, didn't it? It did. Okay, moving on then. Right. So product-wise, we obviously have our general product of our camera. I've got the bullet camera here for you guys to show and tell a little bit. We also have the little PT that's in there with the antenna and its own solar panel and its own bracket. But we also have the tandem view model for that as well. So definitely have a look out for that. 8 watts, as I mentioned, type C, and obviously battery is included. Moving on from that application, letting you know about all those nice little features. One thing to note, and which is very impressive though, normal use for normal temperature environment, it does 9,000 milliamp hours on the battery. However, if the environment is cold, like Cape Town, or when it's like wintertime now, then you got 10,000. So you got a little bit extra. And this is due to the fact of the battery and technology. So obviously, if those batteries are cold, then they last a little bit longer. So that's what it comes down to. All right. So it makes it very easy to make use of. Secondly, this is a very cool part of it. When your mobile phone connects to it, not the device itself, please take note that this bandwidth is not focusing on your device of the network and what it sees, because that will fluctuate according to what the scene is viewing. The activity will fluctuate according to how much it's uploading compared to what it's downloading. However, on your mobile phone, whatever SIM card that you are using under LTE, this is the traffic that you'll find. You'll find that the download will be like 10.3 versus the upload when you are commanding towards it, it will be 5.1. So the traffic there is very, very low. And I wanted to highlight that because it's very important. All right. Moving on. So as I mentioned, we have the smaller solar models that we had before. I've got both of these outside on my balcony, making it easy. However, with the all-in-one unit, you can't move the panel where you want it. With the new unit, because of the cable, you can move the solar panel where you want to. However, I'm not recommending it. Neither is HikVision recommending it. But technically speaking, you can have the solar panel mounted outside and put the cable through your window. And then you have a camera inside that doesn't need power or Wi-Fi because it's wireless. I mean, it's pretty cool. Right. Moving on from there. So just a quick guide again, just to let you know, 24-hour recording on the new AOVs compared to the motion detection on the other ones. The other ones, like I said, PIR and radar versus always on. And then obviously the motion detection, the distance view, it's just a repeat. I don't know why, but it's there. Then benefits. So obviously 24-hour recording, good battery inside there, easy installation, and also saves you storage space. So when it comes to these devices, and I should probably not do this now, but I want to highlight that while it's here because I have it. And can I open this one? There we go. So at the bottom section of it, I just want to show the people here at the bottom section, is my camera gone? Or is it just me for the zoom? No, it's not. Okay, it's still there. So you have your SIM slot and an SD card slot. So for the guys online, you have your SIM slot and you have your SD slot that's in there. So when it comes to the SD card, I highly recommend you focus on an SD card that is a HikVision SD card or a HikSami. Same company, same department, just different labeling branding for market reasons. I would strongly recommend you look at either the surveillance HikSami option or the HikVision option. but it needs to say that it's designed for video recording. If you look at the SD cards and they are just white written, the whole word HikVision is white, it's our bottom SD cards for surveillance footage. If the Hik is in red, that's a quality, but it comes a little bit more. But it's the same like having a hard drive and an SSD. So it's the same thing. Still, both of them are 1 terabyte, but the one is just a little bit more, and that's what you pay for compared to the other one. If you are using any other type of SD cards of other brands, I'm not saying they won't work, but please take note that SD cards are designed for different applications. Ours is designed for video recording. So time and again, people will purchase their own SD cards. They don't lose, and they fight with us, not us. That SD card was not programmed or designed to make use of video recording constantly. All right, moving on from there. I think all the other ones are pretty straightforward and simple. To show you a live demonstration of that area, again, we're going to close this one. We're going to close that one, and we're going to go to this page. Here's a video that was taken in Cape Town. I know it says Sunday there, but please take note of when the recording of the activity of all the people. I know the battery shows there, but we left it there in a tree. We mounted it in a tree. We'll show you as well. It was just a temporary mounting, just to see from the one morning or from the one night all the way to the next night. And then the next morning we were going to go fetch it. However, it was saving to the cloud due to the fact that we are in South Africa. The camera was stolen. But we got the footage though. We don't know who the person was because it's online. Okay, just saying. The options are there. Real things happen. Okay, so there you can see how lovely Cape Town is looking there with Table Mountain there in the background. It's pretty nice. And you can see how the time is running and how people are visiting the beach, camping out there, having picnics, taking photos. It's pretty cool, I think, and how the waves. And then we get to the afternoon. And this is now having it at a constant activation, if I can put it that way, where it constantly records. We just speed up the video so we can show you everything in the time period. But obviously, every time there's a person, it's slowed down and it did the 15 frames per second. But I just want you to see the footage in its total and how it's running. Then we get to the afternoon. Yes, the sun hasn't set. This is Cape Town, not Johannesburg. All right, there we go. Look at that night light. And obviously the brightness, and there's the PTs, the little PT tandem view in the tree. We climbed up in that tree and we mounted it ourselves with cable ties, no screwdrivers needed, right? And then we left it there. We did not expect that someone's going to steal it. Okay, so this happens. Don't laugh at us. We all make mistakes. Okay, moving forward from that. Okay, there we go. So obviously, solution-wise, I mean, it's just a repeat of what we've gone through, so I'm not going to hammer too much on that aspect, but it's a pretty cool aspect to think about. Remote areas. So if you have a farm, I mean, construction sites just makes more sense to me. There's a nice thing in this under Hik Connect. I don't know if anybody have noticed. Under Hik Connect, you can do time-lapse now. So imagine now if you do a time-lapse and you do like a snapshot every day at 12 o'clock of the construction site. You can see how they build the building and how the building is going bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, imagine if you do that from the start to the finish for your customer, and they can show anybody how they build their own building and how that starts. I mean, it's good marketing. I mean, it's one camera. Think about it. I mean, it's a good project. And then you're not going to use so much of data. So, and I've got some sneakiness there when it comes to the data as well. Low cost. All right, moving forward. Warranty. 2-year warranty on it. I think that's a very big thing to focus on, to hammer on. The battery is a massive big battery, so it gives you that long time period itself. So for 4 hours of charging, you get 7 days of normal working mode. And obviously we calculate the amount of activities for that specific area. So letting you know 50 alarms, etc., etc. So that's the lifespan if you want to take as per normal. So it depends on the unit that you're going for, but here's a good example for you. Once the battery gets to 50%, it needs to charge up. Then, another feature that's very important, unfortunately, I'm not going to, let me play the video. Let me just play the video because it's just a video. And this one, and then play here. This is now a camera using the PIR. PIR heats up. Once the PIR heats up, it will trigger alarms because there's heat. It's a PIR, so creating false triggers. However, with ours, it's not the same. With a new one, the AOV, it will trigger only when there's a person. No activity, no heat. That's a hairdryer. I know. I don't have one of those. Neither do my wife. Some people don't need a hairdryer. Yeah? They don't have hair. Just say, no offense. Okay. So for your birthday, we're going to buy you some shampoo and conditioner. Eh? Don't blame us. We gave you a gift. I'm joking. All right. Moving on from there. All right. So perfect technology. Obviously, color view inside this. Another part of this that I want to focus on is the fact that also their configuration and installation. This is a quick close-up guide video just to show you how that looks like in front. So there's the video. Okay, I can't zoom in more. I'm not going to zoom in more. I'm sure everybody will be able to see. That's your power cable that you plug in. It's very simple. That's where you're going to put it in your SIM card and your SD card, as I mentioned earlier. You got your reset button on there. I mean, it's just a nice little unit. Your on-off button is on there, so you can turn it on. So it stays on, the light will go on. And then there's audible. Okay, so the light will flash blue. It will tell you scan the QR code. You scan the QR code, and the device is added. That's simple. If it's not adding, it means you have no airtime. You must buy airtime, eh? Okay, data, I mean. All right, moving forward from that one. Okay, let's highlight that again. So then it comes down to how we are saving space when it comes to these type of alarms. So conventional 4 megapixel wireless camera or Wi-Fi camera or solar camera, you can look at, if we put it at 32 gig, we only have about 2.1 days of recording. However, at the end of it, you have only 33 days, which is just a little bit more than a month. I mean, that's on 512. That's a lot of recording still. But on the AOV, on the same 512 gig SD card, we can provide you 427 days of recording. I mean, 400. And so again, construction site, perfect. I mean, for security environments, this is just a perfect environment to make use of for that longevity of the history of the recording. So I would definitely strongly recommend you to focus on what your needs are there. But I mean, this is just perfect. All right, moving on from that one. Self-note, okay. Warranty, what was it? 2 years warranty. I mean, it says all. I don't think this is really needed to say. Yes, we're obviously using the mono silicon, solar panels. Now, I think majority of all our devices already been upgraded many years ago already from there. So we don't use the conventional all polysilicon ones. So just letting you know that we have top of the range when it comes to that. So, I mean, that's pretty normal. What else is there? Yes, I mean, you can use the PT, you can pan and tilt and zoom into certain areas, a little bit of zoom, digital zoom. Eh? Moving forward from there, what else is there? I mean, yeah, it's easy to install. SIM card, I mean, it's up to you. I've tested Vodacom, MTN, SLC, Telkom, Rain, and then I've got a Chinese one as well. That for whatever reason it worked. So let's just leave that one out of the picture though. But the SIM cards, they work. All right, we've tested them. Can it be added to an NVR? No, it's just there for your HikConnect, isn't it? Okay, moving forward from there. Everything else, yes, power is too quick. Okay, so everything is straightforward. Well, it's up to you. Depends on your environment. So it's very quick to set up, very quick to configure. So it's up to your situation in your environment. Then for showcase, the products itself, starting off with our first unit is our Bullet. Again, the lux there for the Bullet is 0.005 lux. It's a color view camera. You've got a 2.8 millimeter lens. It's a 4mm lens, which is perfect when it comes to that specific environment. The PT has your normal pan and tilt. You got your motion 2.0. You got a supplement light that can flash at them as a warning, as well as the two-way audio, and you can record your own message, and you can tell the person to vertrek, you know, or you can use one of our automated messages providing that you make use of that. IP66 rated, just perfect overall, and obviously the PT model. Moving on from there, this is the new model. It's our little dual lens PT. So it's like a tandem view. A normal CCTV, you call it a tandem view. So that means you've got a camera on the top and the PTZ at the bottom. Meaning I can see the live view, but I can have the PTZ move and follow the person. All right. So it gives you that kind of capability. Again, same amount of lux, so color view camera, same amount of megapixels, same amount of 2.8. So it depends on your environment. Your motion detection is there, two-way audio, flashing light, your smart functionalities up to 30 meters, IP rated, smart tracking, and I'll highlight how that smart tracking looks like. And then obviously the panoramic field of view for close-up. So this was done in Durban, and the other one was done in also Durban. I can't remember. But let's have a look at those videos. They're not going to play there, Evan. Hello, you remember the PPT is not working, it doesn't like you. Okay, just to show you how that looks like. There the person is walking, the camera is following them. And the reason why it's shaking, because the person is holding the camera. It's not mounted because we're not allowed to mount anything on the pier, but we wanted to show you how pretty it looks like, not the lady. I didn't say that, honey bunny. I never said that. The area in Durban where we're from is pretty. Okay. So, no offense to the lady either. My apologies. I'm going to get in so much trouble, man. Yesterday. This thing live recording on YouTube doesn't help me. Okay. So that's obviously tracking. Just to show you in a different environment. This is the one in Cape Town. Just to show you how that looks like. Please, again, Cape Town is also very lovely. I'm not going to say pretty again. And there we can see one of the Hikvision staff members that is obviously, that was that afternoon on the Saturday. Then we left it there. Then we wanted the full recording. So we recorded the Monday. And then the Tuesday morning we got there, it was stolen. So if someone has it, give it back. I'm joking. Okay. So as you can see the tracking, now you can't see the person anymore. It will now obviously go back to its original position and state. Right, look at that. How lovely. Hey, they're fishing there. Okay, moving on. Cool stuff. Then I've got some exciting news for you all online. Limited time, however. No, that's not that. That's not it. That's not it. Okay. There we go. Got it. So we can provide you a 7-day free unlimited data to come with it. Built-in SIM card to test it, to try it for yourself. So when you purchase it, the new ones, right? Inside it comes a little white card. I don't have mine. I had mine. Wait, hold on for the guys. Oh, yeah, hold on 1 second. Guys online, 1 second. Okay. Second. I have it here. What did I do with it? Ah, found it. I want to show you how it looks like to give you a rough idea. No. There's a new one. I've been using mine. That's how it looks like for the guys in the camera. I'm going to show you now. Normal SIM, right? There we go. This is designed not for your phone, not for Netflix. It's not designed for you to go on Facebook. Neither is it designed for WhatsApp. It's also not designed for you to use this on late at night website browsing on your work laptop when your partner doesn't know. It's not for that. Okay. This is for the AOV cameras, right? So we provide you with one and you can test it for free, unlimited data for 7 days. I mean, that's pretty cool. You got to say that's pretty cool. So limited time, limited after. I don't know up to when. They didn't tell me. That's all I had to showcase. Ta-da. But I think for anybody that's purchasing this, It's just an amazing way. And I would definitely strongly recommend maybe asking your Hikvision representative, not me. It means where you're buying your Hikvision stuff from. For a smart try, maybe. I don't know if there is any smart try, but I mean, having that kind of capability, yeah, that's a very big deal. So definitely speak to them regarding this. And then there's one more I want to showcase. Some successful cases. We have put up these devices. Yes, I know a tree is not the best example, but we just want to show you how versatile it is. So we had some areas where they were doing poaching, as you can see in this image. We installed the camera in the tree, right, for POC. And at the same time period, the security company has caught the poachers. I mean, how amazing is that? We just put it up to show the customer how nice it looks. And then we caught a poacher. I mean, that says it all. Okay. So multiple other places where we have used this already, where everybody has tested them as well. And everybody's feedback is just a wonderful little camera. I've got mine on my balcony testing for training purposes. It's there. So when you are visiting us for the e-learning certified training like HCS, ACCTV, I'm not advertising, marketing, I'm not advertising. I'm just saying I have a training department, and that's my department to work on it. So go on to the e-learning, we've got a calendar there. And then lastly, thank you very much for joining me for another session. I'm hoping that the rest of this year, we're going to bring you so much more videos, so many more different capabilities of showing you of all our new products, all the new features before anybody knows. I get normally word about it, and I would like to do little demo, little videos, very short, just on that product, not like these, just a normal face-to-face one on our channel. So look out for that very soon. We are going to have that. And also very soon, we're going to advertise, again, sorry about the training. We're going to advertise e-learning night classes again. We're going to start with CCTV. It's going to be 1 week. We're going to do one module every night. From 7 to 8 o'clock at night. I'm not sure what the date is when we are releasing this. It's going to be open. It's going to be on Zoom. There's going to be 5,000 seats for free available. So if you can't come to our training to do theory as an example, then you can go there at nighttime, watch the video. I will teach you everything about analog. Once I'm done, the next night I do IP. And so we continue until Friday. And then Saturday, you go and write your exam on your own. That's a you problem, not a me problem. I did my part. Okay, so look out for that. It's also coming. It will be under our Hik Partner Pro app. Sorry, I got a poster there. If anybody wanted to see, there's a poster there about Hik Partner Pro. So on Hik Partner Pro, if you go onto the first page, on the top, you'll find events. Under events, you'll see all the stuff that we are doing on our calendar. All right, that's it. It's from my side. I don't know about the rest of the team online. If there's anything else, I think we're going to stop the recording. Nothing.